Hey, what's going on? It's JoshieBear. And as you can probably tell, we are playing Minecraft again today. And, the last, I don't know, what is it, 14, 15 some episodes, we've done nothing but jump into caves and die, jump into caves and die, jump into cave, get some resources, come back home, jump into cave, die. But, we've found a pretty good home here. And, if you remember my home, too many times. We've got a decent home here, but because we're starting to gain the resources that we're starting to outgrow the house. I mean, I don't have enough space for anything anymore. I mean, I had to build a third chest, and I've already got it filled up. All that stuff I cleared out of the abandoned mine, which I didn't upload the rest of that. I got some more stuff out of there, and I came back. But there's a few improvements I need to make around my property. Just make sure there's nothing in there. A few improvements I got to make around the property. And as you noticed from the beginning, I've cleared a bunch of that out. And I've actually expanded my land a little bit. Taken a big chunk out of that hill. Just to give myself a flat area. And there's a few things over the next episode that we're going to be doing in order to improve our property. And today we are going to build ourselves a smithy, or like a blacksmith shop, where not necessarily where we're going to make things, but we're at least going to smelt our resources and maybe cook our food. So kind of like a smithy bakery type thing. And we're going to make this so we have enough ovens to where I'm not waiting on an oven to cook up 64 iron ore, and then I've got more iron ore waiting. We're gonna make enough ovens to where we can put all of our stuff in at once and let it go and save time and energy. So let's get started. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is decide where to build. Now I've got all of this space over here, but you know what? I've also got a built-in structure right here that I could actually build this into. Now, it wasn't my original plan. I wanted to build little buildings around here, but you know what? We've got this here. I got to change my camera angle. I keep doing that. We've got this nice stone area here. So why not build it in there? Save the space on the land for things like storage facilities, maybe farmland for animals and plants, enchanting rooms, things like that, which we will get to later. But today we're going to build our smithy because I've got to build this first in order to get to the next one, I think. So that way I can save some time. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to kind of look at this here. And I think this is probably going to be where my doorway is. So we'll make our doorway. Okay. And we'll come right on in. 3. Okay, so I don't need this to be humongous. I just need it to be big enough to support enough ovens to be able to do what I want to do. Or furnaces. I call them ovens because they kind of look like ovens to me. Let me just dig out a small area here. Now there's two things that I get to accomplish with this. One, I have all my resources right here available to me for my ovens. And 2, we're going to make sure that we have a never-ending supply of... maybe we'll do that later. See, what you can do is you can cook with lava, but that also eats up buckets that you may not want to use right away. We can widen this out one more here. Alright. Okay, so our space is looking good. Looking really good. Alright, we got lucky with this one. We made a lucky choice where we've got just a solid hill here. 1, it keeps everything away from everything else, and 2, it's defended pretty well from creepers and things like that on top exploding. Alright, so there's our space. And we put up a couple torches right there. That'll keep it lit up. Alright, and then we put, let's go ahead and make ourselves a little doorway here. And we'll get creative with it. How about that? Just get a little bit creative. Yeah, there we go. Just want to be a little creative. You know, we could make boring stuff all day long, but let's make something just really nice here. I like making it nice sometimes. And then let's see here. How does that look? I want to clear that out. Then we can expand that out a little bit. We can put torches on the outside and one above the door on the inside. One above the door on the inside. And there we go. Now we've got a nice little entrance into our smithy. All right. Yay. Okay, so now that we've actually made the inside and made the outside kind of pretty. Actually, it's kind of ugly, but it's better than just a 2-block doorway. We need to go inside and actually put our stuff down. So I've went ahead and I've made some furnaces. And I've also got a crafting table and a door. So we can actually have a doorway to our little place here. Okay. So there's the door. Now, we have 9 furnaces. I only need a few. So we'll put 1, 2, nope. Ah, damn it. I always do that. 5, 6, 7. Okay, so we have 7 of them. And then we're going to place a crafting table over here in the corner. Just so we can make a few things. And if I want to put the other 2 up here, I can go like that. We could make, excuse me, we can make more of these if we want. Now, let's see here. Do I have, see how much cobblestone I have. See how many I can actually make. Oh, wow. I might be able to fill that wall there. Let's see if I can fill the wall. There's 5. Hey, look at that. Now I have a whole row of them here. Alright. So I've brought enough, I think I've brought enough coal to put some coal in each of these, just so they have stuff in them. And you probably also notice I've got sand in my inventory. Well, that's part of the reason why I needed to make this. I needed to have some sand baked up so that way we could do our next project. Okay, so I've got all this coal in there now. And, oh, what? Nope. Wrong buttons here. Alright, so we're going to place sand in each one of these bottom ones here to make glass. Of course, we'll get to why I'm making all this glass later. And voila, there we go. Alright, so that's just a basic forge type operation. Now what we could do is we can expand this later, put like a lava pit in here. Of course, we want to probably dig out this way a little bit and put it over there away from the furnaces. But we can have a never-ending supply of lava, so if we wanted to use buckets of lava instead of all of our coal to do this, we could, which could be, in the long run, depends on how much resources we have. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to put a little sign on there that says, oh wait, Smith, nope, I'm going to spell that wrong. Let's put smelting smelting room. We'll call it smelting. Okay, and now, see, look. Come up here. Here's the smelting room. You come in. Oh, there's stuff in here to smelt with. And, oh, stuff to make stuff with. Yay. All right, let's see if we can't make this a little bit more epic. 1, 2, 3. Don't have enough stone. I gotta go cut out some stone from somewhere. Maybe I have some stone back here. Now, you might be thinking, that's a little far from your house. Why not just do it in your oven? Well, you know, I can use my home oven if I've got little bits of stuff to smelt. But, like, you go into a couple caves or you go into a cave or two and you've got a lot of things you want to smelt quickly. You can come over here and do this. Like I have all that sand there that I need to turn to glass. This is a good idea to have this. All right, so that's... let's go up here just so I can fill this in a little bit better. We'll do that, and we'll come up like this. Just make that a little more epic. It's always fun to do that. And now we have a nice little area. Now we could dig all this stuff out and put some other things up there, but that's basically it. And I didn't have to use hardly any of the land that I have set aside for my other projects. And I've still got all this space. All right. So actually, I wanted to check on my sand real quick. See how much sand is actually, how much glass I've actually got done. Okay, it's going to take a little while. All right. So while we wait on that, let's come outside for a little bit. See where the sun is. Where is that sun? There it is. All right. So another thing that I need space for, because my house is just too small to hold everything, and it's going to be too small in the future, especially the farther along we play. I'm going to need space to store my stuff. I mean, I just can't leave it on the floor. I mean, I could, but then I'll just end up picking it up as soon as I walk across it, and then my inventory will be always full. I'll always be throwing stuff around and just be nerve-wracking because I hate having a full inventory. So what I want to do is find an area over here. Let's see, probably over there, towards the front corner there, that I can build myself storage area. Now, some people choose to do it underneath the home. Some people choose to do it in separate rooms off to the side. I don't plan on keeping that home forever. It's a nice house. It's pretty. It's got a roof on it. You know, it's cozy. It's got a bed. But I want something bigger. I mean, it's Minecraft. Come on, I can make something bigger than that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that I have space for storage. Now, I'm not sure how big I want to make it, but I think along this edge here is probably a good spot to do it. Just, it leaves all that open over there, all that open behind there. So, why not? And I've got this hillside if I need to dig it out any. We're going to go, let's see here. Just for measurement purposes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, I think is what I need to do. I think I need to go 11. So it would be gap, chest. Gap, chest. Gap, chest. Nope, just needs to be 10. Gap. Oh, go down in the hole. Come on, really? Are you kidding me? that was kind of weird. Okay, we'll put that dirt in there. We'll get that gravel out of there eventually. Okay, so that's how far that goes. And that's just for the back wall. So if we go, that's still a gap there. Let's see here. Chest. Gap. Chest. Gap. chest. Alright, so that actually could work out okay. So if we just... Well, what I'm doing is I'm plotting out where everything's going to be. Inside, just by putting some place markers down. Now this whole area right here will be... Okay, so that's going to be my doorway, probably. Okay, so that's what it's going to look like on the inside. There'll be chests in between here, and then we'll have a outer wall. And what we'll do is we'll actually make those pillars. So it'll actually look like this on the inside, only probably 4 high. Okay. Okay. Alright, so the sun's going down, and I am going to go to sleep, but when I wake up, I'm going to begin building, and I will bring you back when we're closer to actually having a structure in place. Hopefully. Maybe. As long as I don't die. Alright, so there is my basic structure. Now, it doesn't have to be fancy. It's a warehouse, okay? I mean, how many warehouses do you go to that's got hardwood floors and everything else in it? Although we are going to put some wood floors in this one. But you come in and there it is. It kind of looks like a mausoleum, which is okay. That's not a big deal. Now we can put torches here on each side. Just so we can make sure it's lit up enough. But this gives us a couple options. One, if we wanted to, we could dig out another doorway and build into the mountain behind us. We also could build a second floor through here. Just kind of build down and put some ladders in. I mean, we could do either or if we would need more storage space. But we do need to dig out this flooring though, so that way I can put in my nice wood floors. I know I'm just talking about how it doesn't need to be nice, but you know. A dirt floor isn't suitable. So we're just going to dig it out. And actually, we're also now revealing that there is solid stone right below our feet. So if we wanted to dig down into stone and have a second level, we could. Yay! Alright. The only question now is what... Oh, I hate that. I always do that. Again, the only question we have to answer now is what kind of floor do we want? There's a lot of options, I guess. If you wanted to be fancy, you could use carpet, you could use wool, you could use dyed clay. But I think what I'll do is I'll just go ahead and use some basic wood because I've got a ton of wood in there, and we'll go into the house and see what I've got to choose from, because I don't need a lot. I just need a little bit. Let's see here. I've got all kinds of oak from down in the depths. I do have some dark oak. Might not be too bad for a let's try out the dark oak. Why not? We'll go ahead and stick that in there. Okay, so that should be good enough for getting in there. So what I'll do is I will go to sleep, and we will put our floor in and start putting some chests in. Okay, so it's morning, and I'm ready to put my flooring in. And as you see, I got this nice dark oak in my hand that I'm waving around so elegantly. Woo, 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 woo. All right. Now, you guys know how to put a flooring in. I mean, nothing major here. I really need to change that texture, though. I should probably do that soon, which shouldn't be too bad. I actually had my texture pack folder unzipped and opened and looking at all the different textures and what they did have. So I kind of know where I'm going. And again, I want to actually do a tutorial on that eventually, because there's a lot, but it's not that hard. It's just time consuming. But you also want to make sure you got everything right. Like these textures here, they all go together well. It's repeating. It's a nice skin for the blocks. So just make sure that we do that. All right. So we now have flooring in, which is awesome. Okay. So all we have to do now is go. Ooh, actually, let's. We want to make that wood there. And the rest of that will be stone. Just so we have a decent pathway in. And eventually we'll actually get some paths in around our... Just so it all looks the same here. Alright, oh, I need 2 doors too. Okay, so we'll go and make our doors and a couple chests to put in there. Okay, so I have my doors, and I'm going to put them right here on this point right there. Just so the entranceway is right there. Okay, so we come in here, and there's our doors. Great addition. Although eventually we'll probably make them steel or iron doors. Alright, so I've got some chests here, and I want to figure out where to place them. And I think what I'll do to start is I'll put them around the wall here. And we want them to be big chests. Okay, there's 3, 6, and 9. Alright, so what I'm going to... That's how it'll lay out now. What we'll have is chests above that. And let's see if I can just take one out just to show you how that works out too. You can't place them too close side by side, but you can actually place them right on top of each other. So that's nice how that works. And eventually we'll have those stacked up, probably a few high. Some people put in rows of like slabs to kind of separate them a little bit, but you don't have to do that. You can just do it just like that, and it works out great. So I'm going to go finish making the rest of my chests, and we will come back when I'm done with that. Alright, so you can see that I have placed the last of my chests, and now look at this. I have all kinds of storage space. But I want to remember where I put everything, so I'm definitely going to put up some signs. Alright, so I have a list here. I've got to make a list most of the time just so I know what to store in there. So we want to store stone and dirt. We'll say stone and dirt. Just like that. Stone, dirt. And then we can put another thing here for wood. Alright, so stone, dirt, wood. Let's see, what else did I have? Sand. Alright, give me a second. Sand. We'll put building supplies as well. Sand goes there. 1, 2, 3. Damn it. And building supplies on this side. Alright, so like this is kind of raw stuff, and this is stuff, this would be stuff like glass and fences and stairs, things like that. Then we come over here and we're going to put plants. And we'll just say plants on this one. Done. Alright, so animals / mobs. And then we're going to put resources. Like that. Okay. Now we have a whole extra row for resources. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put another sign here that says resources. Hopefully I'm spelling that right. I can never, that's one word. I think I got it right. So I have 2 rows for like iron, gold, coal, things like that, because there's a lot of that. If I needed to, I could add another chest in there. I can also go underground. Eventually I could even build separate places for everything. Alright, so I have all this space. I've got to fill it up, but I'm not going to make you watch me do that, because I got to go check on my glass. And it looks like all of my glass is done. That is a good thing. Hopefully I have enough. And if not, it'll make it a funny little adventure for us in the next episode. So we've actually got somewhat of a foothold in our land now. I mean, we've put down some roots. We've got a storage shed. We have a bakery / smelting area. Oh, there was one thing I forgot to do. I need to put a sign up. We'll put it right there. The warehouse of Doom. The warehouse of Doom. There we go. Alright. So I've got a project next time that's going to be... It's an experimental project because I've never done it, but in theory it should work. You know what a greenhouse is? Well, that's what all the glass is for. We're going to build ourselves a greenhouse. Rather than farmland, we're going to build a greenhouse. Alright, so please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and if you have any suggestions on some ways that I can improve my land, because I'm not really a big builder, but you know, let's see what happens. All right. So again, I'm JoshieBear. I'll slap you with my signs. See you.